Welcome back to Shem's Universe. So today, guys, we're going to discuss birthday number 22. So the birth number of 22 is consisting of two planetary influences. That would be of the moon and then Rahu. Even though it's double controlled by the moon, in the Eastern version of numerology, it's actually depicted that Rahu does eat the moon. It does eclipse it. So with that regard, the 22 is mostly controlled just by the 4 in comparison to just by the 2, whereas like the 33, the other master number, is double controlled by the 3 because Jupiter is very large, and the 11 is also double controlled by the 1 once you actually master its concept. The difference with this one is that when you vibrate with the 22, the 4 is really the one in control. It makes you pragmatic and somewhat evil in a certain sense. It just depends how you want to look at it. But with the Eastern version, with the birthday number of 22, it makes people get all the natural gifts of the master number 22, meaning that you'll be able to think of very grand schemes, change your reality with your mind. Your subconscious will be very powerful. You'll feel connected to the universe, and you'll probably have some very special abilities and also a fair level of attraction as well. What to watch out for? You would have to watch out for just negative emotions. The emotional volatility of the 2 can still play a concept. And also the 4 is considered quite cynical in regards to their life experience. So they tend to view life in a very negative, cynical way, and that can also affect you in a way as well. Way around that, always make sure you think positive. Your mind is extremely powerful. Everybody's mind is powerful, of course, but the 22 is a little bit amplified in the sense that the way you actually feel is going to affect what actually occurs in real life. So just watch your thoughts and feelings a lot, especially if you have this as a birth number, just because your conscious portion of your brain is really working at a higher frequency than the rest of us. So you just want to watch out for that and be very cautious in that regard. Aside from that, with the Western side, they don't really view the 22 birth number as a per se. They try to say it's not a master number, and I don't really believe that's true. I think that people that are born the 11th and the 22nd are still master numbers just because that birthday is consisting of what's considered a master number. With the Western side, I notice numerologists like Glynis, Felicia Bender, and they all depict the 22 as when it's a birth number, it's not as effective in comparison to if it's your soul urge number or your expression, which is your name, or and then of course the life path is the way it affects you the most. I do believe that it doesn't have the same effect, but it still is a master effect though. And what I mean by that is this. Even if you're looking at Western numerology, the birth number of 22 still gives you the 22's characteristics. When you're on a life path journey, your life path journey teaches you lessons that make you accord with your number that you're on. But even if it's just your birth number, you just naturally have certain gifts, but also some setbacks and health issues as well that come along with it. So you may naturally have a lot of the 22's good traits, naturally just from birth. It's going to be something that's just natural to you in nature, so you'll be good with business, building up a lot of money. If you're an employee, you'll probably be one of the top employees because you're very cooperative, but you can also be very manipulative because you have the 2's. The 2 is able to bend to superiors, but also manipulate them to get what they want. So this is a very, very favorable birth number across all spectrums to me. The negative aspects of it is that you have to just watch out for close friends and family. The 4 is definitely affected by harsh family relations, meaning that you can definitely be betrayed by family members, unfortunately. And because of that, you just want to watch out for treachery in your inner circle. So what I would say to remedy that sort of thing is just be cautious. Don't listen to what I'm just saying and look at your family like they're snakes if they're not. What you have to do is look at everybody around you and analyze why they are around you. What is the transaction that's occurring? And if you realize that you're giving more than you're getting, then you may want to either change the dynamic of that relationship, or if it's really an abusive relationship, which I find with a lot of master numbers, you may want to cut that off altogether because narcissistic abuse is very, very common. When you have a 33, 22, or 11, no matter where it is in your chart, you may experience those things. And that's the master number's way of making you get to the next level of mental frequency. So that would mean getting through negative experiences by thinking more and more positive and actually living your life in a better way and helping others. The 22 is considered as an archetype, even with the tarot card readings, as the master builder. It's also known as the Fool card if you look at tarots actually. The reason being it has a symbolism of a lion and wolf surrounding a guy with a bow and arrow, and he doesn't even realize that there's predators around him and he doesn't know to use his weapons. So what that would mean is that in your reality, you may have lions and wolves around you in regards to circumstances or people, like I said, with family. So what you have to look at is say, okay, I do have these problems, but my mind is more powerful. my mind can outthink the problem that's in front of me. And when you understand that that's your superpower, you then can use it to your advantage. If you don't use that to your advantage or don't have understanding of what your thoughts and emotions can actually do to your reality, then you may destroy your own reality and actually manifest your fears. That's why it's so important not to focus on our fears and focus on things that we want. If we have a fear, respect it, understand that it's a radar for your survival, but also figure out ways to divert that and make sure that you're still thinking correctly. Fear can cause delusion, which in turn will make you not reach your goals. If you guys have any questions though, like regarding the 22, I know this is one of the harder birth numbers to have. In my opinion, you're lucky to have it, just because you do have easy times when it comes to building economic success. But if you do need extra help in that regard, please just leave a comment for me. I'd be happy to assist you one-on-one. But aside from that, guys, that should be it for the 22 in regards to the eastern and western sides. I do not believe I'm missing anything. In regards to, actually, I did, the careers. If you have the 22 master number as your birth number, you want to definitely watch what your life path number is. And the reason why I'm saying this is I don't necessarily want you to think that because you're a 22, you should do career choices and go online and look at what the 22's career choices are. If you're a life path 22, definitely do that. With a birth number of 22, look into what your life path number is, because the 22 is going to assist you in building that concept. Like, let's use an example. If you had a life path 6 and you want to get into music, if you have a birth number of 22, you can use the pragmatism of the 4, the reassurance and harmonizing nature of the 2, to then actually get along with others and make good networking decisions. And then in turn, you become famous quicker. The 22 actually amplifies the other numbers in your chart, just like the 11 as well. If it's a birth number, it's going to amplify your life path and your expression number. It gives more power to them. It makes them more intense. So if you do have this number, just let me know what your life path is and also what your expression number is, and let me know how you're calculating it, and I'll help you out from there. So I'm not going to really give career advice for this one, just because it amplifies the nature of other numbers in comparison to other birth numbers where I can just say do X, Y, Z. All right, guys. So aside from that, that should be it for today. Now for sure we're done. Please like, subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow.